We're back with Phoenix Wright. Let's continue. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Oh wait, I already saved. Oh well. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court? So we've already seen the gem in his button, they've already seen the knife, we've already seen the guitar case. The only thing left here is the wine glass. I wouldn't say Lotta's camera is a piece of evidence. And that really has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So I'm gonna say that the wine glass is what we have to present. Take that! This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. Oh yeah, the wine glass didn't knock over. The vase was broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that has not fallen along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you all have to say? Oh, well, yes. It is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now, Mr. Edgeworth.
What is it, Your Honor?
Your opinion.
You don't need my opinion, because there is no special meaning to that glass.
What?
It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking.
That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? No, because it's been untouched, so there's no way. If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty.
They just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough.
The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim?
There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it.
What?
Oh boy. You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
Only one? Well, whose were they?
They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were of one Adrian Andrews.
What? Oh wow, so now we've got that updated.
That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright?
Ugh, I can't believe I fell into another trap.
Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Frida. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
Now do you see, Wright? You can't change any part of my scenarios that explains everything all too well.
Ugh.
I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor, and from here on out I will show you the answer I have come to discover.
Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution is yet another witness we would like the court to hear from.
Another witness?
Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness.
What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? Oh, God! No!
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation, please.
God.
Oh!
G-O-T-C-H-A.
Ugh. I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier.
Oh, Edgy boy, it's been 1 year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report with their testimony, but who knew that under that helmet, it was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand?
I tell you this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things I don't have to do with that terrible crime.
Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. Oh,
Shush, I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps.
yes, madam. No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness your testimony, please.
It's true they say that youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in the real man, Juan Corrida.
But those two were the same age.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Edgy Poo.
Oh, God, I hate her so much. Here we go.
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know? Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. He was on guard, right on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
Could have been Adrian.
So Mr. Angard came out from the victim's room.
See, it has to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Alright. Miss Oldbag, what was your post on that night?
The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show, but I refused to help. I'll have you know it was for that lead-headed samurai show. I even took out a few of the nails.
Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on.
Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me, so I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little.
And that's when you went to hang around the victim's door? Something you were interested in? And just what was that?
It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. And Edgy, of course.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in?
I have no idea. I suppose gossip, Your Honor.
Gossip?
If this has something to do with the case, then you can append it to your testimony.
It looks like we should enforce it right now.
And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time?
Oh, then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Corrida's room?
I have no idea. I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why ever since I turned 20, I quit keeping track of how old I really am.
Yes, well, that would explain why your age was not recorded in the report.
In any case, the witness then saw someone, correct?
Who in the world was that?
I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room, he was...
Yes, he was...
I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud.
Oh, what I wouldn't give to have friends Ziska's whip right about now.
Well, I guess I can tell you since he was such a bad boy anyway.
You saw my client? Are you sure about that?
Yesy.
Really?
Annoying brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a mess like last year, I should delve into this a bit further. Oh, God. Person's face. Well, the face was probably covered with the costume. What he was carrying? No. Let's try the clothes. I think that might be something interesting to test up on. Seems like the only thing that makes sense to ask upon. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome man you are, really, as if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now what was it? Oh, yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket.
Ah, he was wearing that at the detention center, too.
That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men.
Right. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? I would say it's very important. Of course it was important, Your Honor.
Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important.
Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket that be appended to her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but you're alright. Witness, please.
Ah, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must.
He's wearing his flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show. I'll press on it. Are you sure the defendant was wearing a racing jacket?
What do you think? It's not like I've seen him in anything other than that horrible thing. I'm sure he was wearing it.
She is so sure of herself that it's to the point of self-absorption. She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying. That's bad for us, really bad. But that's how the human mind is. It also has the tendency to jump off topic. She's strayed onto a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she? But that's what makes her a sweet old lady, right? That's because you're not the one who has to question her. Alright, so on this statement that we just got, it's got to be something for this one. This flashy racing jacket. Did she notice the button? I wonder if she noticed the button on him. Yeah, I think that's what we have to ask because I think she would have just noticed the button on there. Objection! Miss Oldbag?
What? Don't say my name for no reason.
Do you know what this is?
Ah, it's button number 2 on the Gemini Ninja's costume.
Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance.
Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this.
Wow, she really is a die-hard fan to want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. Engard's body during a full body search.
See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal Engard.
It was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai Hakama pants.
See? And Engard's a nickel samurai.
Witness? Now it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination. But just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt Engard, was wearing his usual racing jacket? Oh, okay, I see. She said the costume, that's right.
I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I were the trainiest dressed, then maybe you'd think I... God.
She's got a tape recorder stuck to his... Oh, God. God, where's Von Karma's whip when you need it, like you said? Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. Engard, the man. But Mr. Engard, the nickel samurai?
When you think about it...
I love this song.
They're really one and the same anyway.
Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about.
Edgy Poo, do you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth thinking about.
Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
Alright, if you insist.
I should be the one sighing, not you.
Engard! Yes, now I remember. The nickel samurai, that's right, he was the nickel samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear this costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know, so he must have worn the nickel samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
Let's take a look at our evidence again here. I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume.
What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things.
But the possibility does exist.
Ah, youngins, today, I told you there was no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so, and what I say is the truth.
At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. All right, so we're going to take a break right here. When we come back, we are going to be going into our next cross-examination. So stay tuned, everybody. Phoenix Wright returns in just a moment.